I still have my hit clips, dude. I've got like 7 Backstreet Boys songs, 30 seconds each.
Yeah, but is your Tamagotchi alive? No, didn't think so.
You had a Tamagotchi, dude?
Everybody had a Tamagotchi.
Not me.
What's that, like a lady boy you feed?
That's his name, Tom Igachi. That's his.
If you get enough cum, it'll stay alive. Are there any like fat actors right now that are like famous?
Jonah Hill, depending
Kevin
on the
James.
month.
Jonah Hill's not fat anymore.
Yeah, Kevin James isn't really fat
Kevin
anymore
James
either.
is just portly, stocky guy.
He's stocky.
He's not
fat.
famous. He's not like he's not in the limelight right now.
Yeah.
Like he's obviously Kevin James, but you know, because like we had Chris. Farley.
Yeah. Paul Thomas Hauser or Paul. He was in so many movies.
Oh, he play that disabled security guard who like found the bomb? And, Okay, yeah. All right.
Dude, he's a great actor.
Disabled security guard.
Was he not a disabled security
I
guard?
don't think Richard Jewell was disabled. But
Oh, I thought that. Well, because I watched. They definitely play it up. Like,
yeah.
I like how they play it up. They're like,
No,
he wants to join the military.
He's definitely national securitying it a little bit.
I found the bomb.
I found a bomb. I've never seen
Hey, guy.
Hey, you forgot your bag.
I've never seen the movie, but I've seen the monologue he does to John Hamm where he's just like, I gotta tell you something. When I was younger, I looked up to you people, and now I think there's going to be more terrorist attacks because they're going to look at me and go, I don't want to be no Richard Jewell. And I was like, you do you, big guy.
That is the natural assumption. Every time there's a terrorist attack, they will blame a white man. You're going to stop good white men from stopping terrorist attacks? You son of a bitch.
You're going to stop good southern big
Is that
backs
why you
from doing
joined
their job.
it? It is sick that Clint Eastwood is like in his 90s and still making movies and shit, doing whatever he wants.
Still making movies so he has an excuse to be racist.
Yeah. I didn't watch the Juror number 2 or whatever.
I didn't either. I'm not going to lie. I don't think I've seen anything past Gran Torino.
Same.
I saw The Mule. It was pretty all right.
It was pretty hard. That's what everybody says.
Yeah.
That's why I skipped it. But Gran Torino, I was like, all right, I'll watch it.
What's funny is
Gran Torino makes me sob like a little baby every time I watch it.
A guy in a vest like that would say that.
Yeah, definitely. We all believe you.
Every time at the end where he does the standoff, he's like, I got a light.
Dude, my grandma's husband thinks he's Gran Turismo,
Gran Turismo.
but he's just racist. So my little brother's graduation was on Monday, and we sat in like the back of the arena, like the closest seating, and it was mostly black families around us, and watching him huff and puff his way through black family graduation celebrations, I was worried. I thought he was gonna stand up. It was
so
bad.
funny.
Like
He's not Gran Torino, he's just Grand Am.
he's Grand Wizard for sure. But like, oh man, there's just like a couple of kids like talking behind us, and he would just like drop his head and get mad, and I was like, oh no, John.
It is kind of wild. Like watching your most racist relative kind of realize that they are racist.
Yeah.
Because it's like they're like, no, I'm not racist or whatever, and then they have to be around black people, and they're like,
Yeah.
just
Well, like, so I want to get out ahead of this scandal before it happens. I recently did family photos, and it was like the grandparents, dad, my uncle, and me. And what are you laughing at? What are you fucking laughing at? What's on your brain?
Grandpa, you did family photos. You're like, I want to get out of this before it's leaked. We were in robes.
Almost. This motherfucker, first of all, nobody likes him in the family, but he's my grandma's husband, and he wore a belt buckle, and it had a Confederate flag on it. And it's like, it's not even like the belt buckle. It's just like a tiny square in the middle that's a Confederate flag. As if like he was saying something racist and they wouldn't believe it. He was like, no. Look. Look right here. But he's wearing it, and the photographer the entire time is like positioning my grandmother in front of him
Yeah.
to like block
Cover
it.
it
Yeah.
up.
And
Absolutely.
the entire time we're talking to her, like, you'll edit that out, right? Like, you'll please, because God forbid I pop
Yeah.
And then that photo
CNN,
leaks.
MSNBC is like, comedian Jack Wright took a white nationalist photo. He's a part of a secret society in St. Louis.
I've taken pictures with people wearing like
Blackface.
if we're talking about getting out in front of photos.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Let's be real. When I was in Japan,
Oh no.
we went to go see a like Buddhist Hindu temple, and the swastika started off as a Buddhist symbol. So there are photos of me walking around a temple with swastikas hung up as flags.
And you're in front of it like,
Actually,
Yeah, we actually just talked about this.
Unironically.
they came around, and people don't know this, but there is a rank, there is a job in the military called combat camera, but you're just supposed to like take PR photos and like win hearts and minds. And so one of the things was like, hey, we need pictures of Marines at the temple having a good time. So they came up to us and they're like, hey, act like you guys are having fun. And we all just like, and then you look at the photo and it's just like a giant swastika in the background. So it does kind of look like
yeah.
we're all just...
So in Full Metal Jacket, you were the dude sitting next to the dead guy that Joker was taking a picture of.
What?
You've never seen Full Metal Jacket?
No, I
Deep
have. I
reference?
just, yeah.
There's the whole party scene.
You've never seen this specific scene from 35 years ago? No.
There's the whole thing where they're like having a party and they've got a dead NVA soldier and they're all talking and Joker's taking pictures of him. You're that guy.
Maybe.
Because that was
I mean, I
Joker's
don't know.
job.
When
He
it
was-
comes to Full Metal Jacket, I feel like people only remember the first half of the movie.
It is crazy to
It is
think
a
no one
long
ever
ass
talks
movie.
about the second half of the movie.
No, I remember
'Cause-
like watching it and I was like,
yeah,
this is never
because
come up.
Paris Island is the scene you remember, and it's just because Arlie Ermy.
Yeah. It is kind of funny though that like when spoiler alert, when he dies, when boot camp ends, it kind of like fades to black. And when I watched it with my dad for the first time, he stood up. He was like, "Oh, that was an intense movie." I was like, "Well, it's not over."
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, all right."
Oh man, I speaking of the movie's not over. One day I was snowed in with James Boucher and another comic, and we were like, we're,
Snowed in with James Boucher, huh?
yeah, I was snowed in. I was up for 3 days, and we were like, let's watch a movie. We can't leave the house.
Sorry, I'm trying to fix this whole thing, dude. Everything's fucked up.
Can you stop breathing and moving, please? Every time you breathe and move, it's really
Chris
holding
is just
up.
like, "Hey, tell your story, but I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna blend some gravel." real quick."
Yeah, I'm
You don't
sorry.
mind?
So we were snowed in. We wanted to turn on a movie. The Ridley Scott movie, The Last Duel, had just come out. What The Last Duel is about, it's about the last duel in France in
Yeah.
medieval times because a knight's wife was raped, and he duels him for it. But it goes through the entire story from 3 different perspectives.
Yeah.
So there's like a 5-minute rape scene, and it goes. You see it 3 different times.
Yeah.
And it's like a 3-hour movie, and we watched the whole thing, and then we were just standing out back smoking cigarettes, like, what do we do? why are we doing?
That was a good movie. It was a good concept for a movie, but like you said, watching the same rape multiple times is it really burns your brain.
And
in
it never like reveals a different layer. Like
But
there's never like
I was about to say, it never showed it from a different angle of like, okay, well maybe she was flirting with him, or like
Yeah.
maybe like if they would have tweaked each time, like if they would have tweaked the tone of it each time, so you're like, oh, is it? No, it's
Yeah.
like flat out, no. It was
100%.
But my favorite part is that they put that wife on trial for like, because she comes out and accuses him of rape, and they put her on trial, and the guy like the district attorney of medieval times or whatever is at one point just like, everyone knows a woman can't get pregnant if she doesn't orgasm. So clearly she enjoyed it. Like that. And he's like, it's scientific fact, guys.
So
dude,
yeah.
And it's Adam Driver too, is the rapist.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious. Because
And he's really good at it.
he actually improv most of the scene,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
It
But
actually is like, Adam had actually called for an aggressive kiss. And he's like, no, I think I know what this needs.
dude,
all
the
I can
intimacy
think-
coordinator was tied up in a room in the back. And they just
Little known
let him
facts,
go.
Adam Driver was also in the Marines, and he was also in the infantry.
Did you ever meet him?
No.
All I can think, knowing, because I've never seen this movie, all I know about it is that Adam Driver is a rapist in it.
Yeah.
All I can think is the scene where he's in a diner. He's just like, I just had sex and now I'm eating nachos.
That's actually the same movie. Same movie.
This is the best day of my
I
life.
just raped the lady and now I'm eating nachos.
He raises up his knight's mask and he's like, I just had sex and now I'm about to eat some nachos. My lord, would you like more shredded cheese on the nachos?
Dude,
Bring the sour cream forthwith.
do you remember when he was shirtless in Star Wars and everyone memed that for like a year?
Yeah,
Dude,
No.
so thick, dude.
he was.
Adam Driver's thick. Like, not like front wise, but like horizontally.
Oh, I believe it.
Like,
He was, yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't cut at all
No
for that
cut.
movie. He
No
was just
cut.
like, I'm going to be as strong as humanly possible. He looked like Bane from Batman.
Well, not even.
Which
there's
Bane,
no
though?
muscle,
Like,
really.
Like Tom Hardy Bane.
Tom Hardy Bane.
But,
Well, there's cartoon Bane.
well, okay. Well, Joe.
Yeah.
Nobody's bringing the animated series into this.
Okay.
But, you know, I would understand if you would say Joel Schumacher Bane.
If you, yeah.
But, dude.
If you believe he looked like cartoon Bane, then my wife looks like cartoon Dexter's mom from Dexter's Laboratory. Oh, fuck. That's too old for you guys.
No, it's
I
not.
watched the fuck out of
No, it's not.
You guys
Dexter's
were all
mom-
just picturing
Dexter's
Dexter's,
mom-
We got lost.
It was the yellow gloves.
That's
that
why
did it.
Dexter had the lisp. He was just so taken aback by how thick his mom was. He's like, fit.
That's why he had a stutter. 'Cause his mom had thunder thighs.
That's what stutters come from. Their moms are too thick, and they're like, no, no.
She squeezed a little too hard while she was cranking him out. No? Okay. All right.
Dude, that'd be so funny. If like, yeah, my wife had to get a C-section. She was just too tight. The doctor said she got that gorilla grip, so we're gonna have to.
I was like, we
need
need to preserve this, doctor. It's like, sir, this is an extreme risk to her health. I'm telling you, I don't care.
I don't care what she says. Put her under, and you know.
I don't know who it was, but when I was talking with some comic here in St. Louis about like my wife and I had started trying to have kids, somebody was just like, get a C-section.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
like it's a used car or something. Like that.
Yeah.
It's got good mileage.
You're really
and,
gonna
you know,
lose some value on that once.
It's depreciating access.
And I was
Once
like,
it takes a long road trip, man, you're really gonna.
yeah,
Dude, fucking do you know that I've heard they shit logs when they give birth?
my wife did not.
No,
Yeah.
No.
my
Yeah,
wife.
who told you that?
Robert Kelly.
My baby shit on the way
No
out.
joke.
That was something interesting.
Shout out to Mrs. Rustler. She kept it clean.
Yeah, shout out Julie Tillman.
Well
she kept
done.
it clean.
Damn, dude, was I just a shit baby?
No, dude, my baby.
Jack was birthed anally because it was too mainstream.
That's why my head looks like this.
Little Ruby, when you watch this in 18 years, and I hope you do, and I hope you watch it with your friends, you shit on the way out, and you made the whole room dirty.
Wait, your daughter shit on the way out?
Yeah.
That's pretty good, gangster. That's pretty.
You know the craziest thing about babies, like right after they're born, and they've only been fed through their umbilical cord, right? Like in the womb, they're born, and one of like their first shits ever has seeds in it.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like green, and it's like weird, like
It's like weird little solid pieces of material.
yeah.
My
you're
wife
like,
and I
how
were
did-
concerned.
How did you get? What is that? How did you get that in there?
It's so funny to imagine your wife just chewing sunflower seeds. It just drops a homer. Your wife was in a bench warmer situation for 6 months before that. And you didn't even know.
Yeah, that's.
But what are they?
What are the seeds?
I don't know.
Come.
We asked the doctor. I asked the doctor because I was like, "Hey, he's got like seeds in his poop," and then she was like, "Yeah, that's."
That's normal.
That's
She was just
tomatoes.
she's like, yeah, you're good.
Dude, what if you plant that though, and it
That's what I was thinking this
A
whole
A
time.
baby grows.
no, the best weed of all time.
That's how you make DMT.
Yeah.
We got
Dude.
smoked baby shit. Get in here.
You gotta see aliens.
I am smoking a strain called Super Boof right now that I'm pretty excited about.
Super boof.
Super Boof. I saw that and I was like, I'm in.
All right. Once is to try it, twice is to make sure, 3 times is a habit. You know what I mean?
Dude, it's so funny. Like,
Is that not how it works? Like heroin and sucking dick, you know? Like,
I think heroin's just once as a habit.
if sucking dick would make me skinny,
sure.
I still wouldn't do it. Just too lazy to even suck dick, dude.
It's so funny. You could be, yeah, that's the key to everything. It's like, Jack, this will heal your cancer. And you're like, how terminal is it? I gotta want.
I'm about to get the diamond camo on my XM4 in Call of Duty, so I'd rather stay in.
It's the fact that you named a real Call of Duty gun.
Yeah, dude, I'm deep in it right now, man. I'm grinding. I
can't do it. I can't play video games. Everything else falls apart. I can't focus.
Well, I only get so much time.
Yeah.
You know, like, because when I get home from work, I have like maybe an hour and a half before I have to go back out for open mics or shows or whatever, and so like the 10 minutes of peace I have is playing Call of Duty before I walk.
Yeah, but I would very quick. What I'm saying is, I would very quickly be like, I'll make it next week. And I would just keep, like, you know what I mean? Like, I get sucked in, and I can't.
That's my way around that for me. Is it's an end of the night before I go to bed thing, and it's like I get an hour to 30 minutes maybe.
Oh.
I do the same thing with child porn.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be a habit, so I make sure it's just at the end of the night.
It's just so hard to go through all those secret servers. And
3 VPNs. I mean, really, I'm just fucking.
That's the end of the podcast.
Yeah. Dude.
I totally forgot. You guys are here to plug something, and I forgot to mention it at all.
No,
You guys-
I'll just wait till right after child porn. This is perfect.
Yeah. If you like child porn, you'll love our new comedy show.
And it's funny, isn't it at a pizza place?
No, it is not a
No,
Pizzagate show.
Oh,
No,
I was like,
Hillary
that was-
Clinton is not involved.
It was
in
like,
our
make sure
new
you go in,
showcase.
order the large CP. Cheese pizza.
What the fuck did you think it was?
Yeah,
weirdo?
well,
We get a whole bunch of weird mustaches coming through the door.
it's an open mic. You're going to get a lot of
Uncle Gary, what are you doing here?
I don't think
He's got his belt buckle on.
I don't think Corbin, the owner, knows what he signed on for this.
Hey, man. He'll find out.
Yeah, he'll
He's in
find
for a
out.
rude awakening.
So where is it, though? Where?
No, it's
No.
I caught myself.
it's at Ray's Sports House down in Soulard. Shout out Ray's. Shout out Corbin Ray. He's a really cool dude. He's very excited to have us. Oh shit.
You want that?
Okay. Yeah. No.
You don't
It's
have to. I mean, you can,
clean drink.
Oh,
It's watered down. I'm not pouring it back in the bottle.
okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, oh, dude, are you gonna fuck?
Oh, okay. That's my ride home. That's cool. Pretty cool.
you didn't have to rush, man. We like,
Yeah. Hey, Eric, give him some of your water.
No, I legitimately thought we were being told to end the show. So
No.
No.
To plug your
No. We're gonna do some. We gotta.
Yeah,
get
we
to the
gotta do-
questions.
Yeah, we haven't done one game.
some questions.
yeah. So no, it's Corbin Ray is third generation of 3 generations who've owned sports bars. This is the biggest sports bar in Soulard. These are talking points that I've been asked to talk about.
Okay.
He's really cool. He's super fucking down to let us use the space. If you're from St. Louis, you know the old Llewellyns. They used to have a game room upstairs. It was really dingy, really gross. This young man seriously put in the effort to redo the entire place by himself over the course of the last 6 months. It looks fucking incredible. Really stoked for the space. Really glad I went down there and checked it out. Really glad to be working with him. We're going to be doing an open mic once a week on Tuesday nights at 8:30 sign up, 9:00 show. It's called the Claws Out Open Mic. And then once a month, we're going to be doing a showcase.
And the most exciting part about the showcase, we will have no straight white men on the show.
Yeah.
We are making it our mission to not let any straight white men on the show.
All 3 of us are bisexual.
Yeah. Just for each other, though.
Yeah, just for each
You
other.
can't watch.
Chris isn't white, so
Yeah. Well, he's,
Yeah, now that I think about it.
adopted.
He's aged well. Into
Pick and
whatever
choose.
He is.
Yeah. Chris is Lebanese, as far as I understand it.
Oh, you mean Lebanese? Oh, I didn't know you were revving it.
But yeah, they've got really good food. And we're really excited to be doing it. We hope people come out to it. Open mic's going to be free to attend. Showcase is going to be like $5 tickets. We're going to be trying to get local headliners from around the town to do it. We're going to be basically running it as if you show up to do the open mic, you're in the running to be on the showcase. We're trying to get people who want to work, who are talented, who are funny to get time on stage in front of a crowd. So we really hope it pans out. Sorry for kind of talking over you guys. These are my two.
No, this is fine.
These are my two wonderful co-hosts. I'm actually very grateful to be on this show with the three guys I consider my best friends in this scene. Oh yeah, no,
Dude.
I know. I'm all emotional and gay.
It's because you chugged that drink.
Yeah, I'm all emotional and gay because I've had 2 whiskeys.
He was like, the 3 guys I consider my best friends. So I just looked at the camera and was like,
Oh, that hurt my balls.
just kidding. All right, let's do this. Best music video.
Oh, Oops, I Did It Again by Britney Spears. I was like 6 years old, and that's the first time my dick wiggled.
Okay, I will give it to you because you were of your age now. But if you go back and watch it like today, it's rough. It's rough because it's like I'm 16 and I.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Can I amend it? Can I amend it to Toxic by Britney Spears?
Okay, yeah, I would allow that.
Because the flight attendant outfit also does it for
I
me.
thought it was going to be the clear, sparkly leotard that she wore or whatever. Because she wore a bodysuit in that just had like sparkly diamonds on it.
I missed the whole Britney Spears thing. I think I was too young, maybe.
Yeah.
You were born post 9/11, weren't you?
No, I was born right before it. So I don't remember it, but I was there.
Do you remember when McDonald's used to give the VHS, like Britney Spears and NSYNC shit with the food?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you were going to say like a VHS tape of the towers.
yeah.
Never forget. Here's your order.
I didn't get a toy.
I
Do you
just wanted
remember
nuggets.
do you guys remember Hit Clips?
Yeah, I remember Hit Clips. They were like
There were little keychains with like up to a full song or a sample of 30 seconds of a song that came with a little boombox, and you would plug them in and press a button, and it would play one song, and they were like $8.
They were like this big. They were the size of air fresheners.
Yeah.
And you would just slide it in this like little player, and you could play. You could just play like 30 seconds of your favorite song.
And it was like $8. And then Apple Music came in. I guess it was iTunes at that point. It was like, hey, 99 cents for the whole song. And the guy who invented Hit Clips probably killed himself.
Yeah, it's a dumb idea.
I still have my Hit Clips, dude. I've got like 7 Backstreet Boys songs, 30 seconds each.
Yeah, but is your Tamagotchi alive? No, didn't think so.
You had a Tamagotchi, dude?
Everybody had a Tamagotchi.
Not me.
What's that, like a lady boy you feed?
That's his name, Tom Igachi. That's his.
If you get enough cum, it'll stay alive.
There's calories.
We should have more whiskey on the podcast.
No, the Tamagotchi was like it was like an egg-shaped keychain again that had like 3 buttons on it, and you could keep this little animal alive. But if you didn't check on it like every hour, it would die. It was the worst. And like you would turn it on and it'd like shit everywhere. And so you had to clean it up, and then you had to feed it and like throw a ball with it. And then every now and then it would like get a little bit bigger. You'd be like, oh, it evolved.
Meanwhile, your real child is starving.
Yeah.
You haven't checked on it now.
Yeah, exactly.
I asked my parents for a Tamagotchi when that became a thing at school, and I came home and I had a Rottweiler.
I mean, that's a win.
Yeah, that's way cooler.
It was way cooler,
okay.
dude.
That's big dog shit, dude. That's fucking lit. Literally.
That's
Yeah. My dad was just like, I went to the Humane Society and I got a Rottweiler. Congratulations. Now you've got a pet.
He names it Tamagotchi. Did we talk about music videos at
I
all?
mean, hardly, but I mean, I missed that. That wasn't my generation, really. Like, we had a few cool music videos, but I feel like, you know, I wasn't.
Is that just not a
MTV.
thing anymore?
Not really. I mean,
Not
like,
really.
Vivo
like
sort of
Gangnam
exists.
Style was like huge,
The last big
but,
one I remember was that Bastille song, Happier.
I don't know.
It was
know it.
Miranda Cosgrove had a dog, and the dog died. And then I cried like a bitch because my dog died that same year.
Oh.
Sorry, that was.
Anyways,
And then Dan
Chris.
Schneider fucked your feet. Is your dog dead? We're gonna do 4 more seasons.
Chris, you grew up in the era of like prime music videos. You got to have something.
Missy Elliott and the Trash Bags. That was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
Promiscuous Girl, Nelly Furtado. That was cool. Kanye West, Diamonds Are Forever. I remember that every morning playing before school.
Do you remember Goodies by Sierra?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You should look at my playlist.
Yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
I went to school with a girl who no shit looked just like Sierra.
That's really cool.
And I told her that, and she was like, "No, I don't. That's stupid." And then she went home that day, and her dad was like watching music videos, and that came on, and he was like, "This girl kind of looks like you." And she came back and told me, and I was like,
Yeah.
"I told you, man." Shout
Is
out.
she the one was rumored to have a wiener? Which girl was that?
Lady Gaga.
No, not Gaga.
Michelle Obama.
I guess it should be more specific. There was one girl singing from back then.
Hannah Gatsby.
Yeah. Trying to think if there's any other music. Oh, Knights of Sidonia, Muse. That's a fucking
That's a
fire
fucking
music
banger
video.
of a music video.
If you guys haven't watched it, you should.
There's one that I swear exists, but even ChatGPT can't find it. It was on CMT when I was like 7 years old, but it's burned into my mind. Do you remember the little person from Benchwarmers who had a peanut butter fortress?
Mm-hmm.
He was the main character of the music video, and he fell in love with the town beauty queen, and she fell in love with him, and the rednecks in the town didn't like it, and they burned his trailer down.
Wow, you.
Save a horse, ride a cowboy.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's a good music video, but it's burned into my mind forever. I swear to God it exists. If anybody can find it, I'm not kidding. If you can tell me the name of the song so I can watch it one more time, I will pay you.
I remember This Is America came out.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
like, you're not a good white person unless you watch the music video to This Is America.
But have you seen the Mariah Carey cover of the This Is America music video?
No.
All I Want for Christmas cut over This Is America.
That's funny.
Is it police brutality? All I want.
It syncs up. It comes up on my feed once a year after Thanksgiving, and every single year I watch it 100 times. It syncs up so perfectly. He starts dancing right as the beat drops.
Did you know that the Beach Boys Pet Sounds syncs up perfectly with the Rodney King video?
Oh, God damn it.
Wouldn't it be nice?
Oh, God damn it.
Oh, man.
Keep it in, Bree.
Yeah, I didn't understand that was a racism. This Is America is a fantastic music video. Full disclaimer.
Well, next question.
Yeah.
Next question.
I'm just like, have you guys ever listened to Freebird and watched the OJ chase?
Low key, that would probably go hard.
Dude,
I bet it would.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
honestly. Yeah.
100%, yeah.
I would watch The Murders with the Freebird in the background. You want to fuck my wife?
There's not a lot I wouldn't watch with Freebird in the background.
Hanging,
It's Tiananmen Square.
It's just a guy standing in front of the tank.
hanging out with my 3-month-old. I literally just put her on her play mat once a day and would play Freebird and shake the little toys on it.
Oh, they're gonna say you're shaking.
That's what I thought, too.
Yeah. It's like, oh,
Put
no.
Freebird on.
Shake her. Ah!
Factory reset your
Be
3-month-old.
Be tough. Be straight. Be straight.
Who has the best wings in St. Louis?
Papa John's. I think we already covered that.
Ooh, that is a tough question.
I have a new one. I don't know.
I'm always down to hear a new one.
No.
It's called Bono's. It's on Hampton, tavern style.
Bono's
They
fucking
like
slaps.
mix like their barbecue and their hot sauce, and it's
really good.
amazing.
Okay.
Yep.
Very new to it,
Decent
though.
sized wings.
Yes.
Okay.
It's proportioned. It's good.
As far as a straight buffalo sauce wings goes, Uncle Leo's in South County does a really good buffalo sauce, and their wings are actually good sized. This shrinkflation shit pisses me off.
Does Ray's have wings?
Ray's does have wings.
Oh my God, Ray's has the best wings in St. Louis, guys. Please come to our open mic.
Every time I find a new wing place in St. Louis, it closes down a month later due to health code violations.
That's why it's so good.
That's why it's good.
So good.
I have a working theory for restaurants, all right? The dirtier the place is, the better the food's going to taste. It doesn't mean you're not going to get poisoned,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
but the food's going to be incredible.
Dude, in New Orleans, Brothers Chicken. So fucking good. I swear. Have you guys been to New Orleans?
I have, but
I've been to
never
Brothers
there.
Chicken.
Dude, Brothers Chicken is the fucking best.
Isn't that the name of the chicken place in Breaking Bad?
It might be.
Brothers
but
is on Bourbon, right?
I think there's one off in Bourbon, yeah.
Yeah.
But there's like actual. I watched a guy grab his gun while I was ordering the food, but it's so good. It goes so hard. That's not in St. Louis, but I mean, it's so good.
I went to Harold's Chop Suey once, and it's in a sketchy location.
Mm-hmm.
And I was standing in line, and the guy in front of me had a gun, but it was literally just tucked under his arm, like pointing back at me. So I just kept like turning, like every time he would turn, I'd be like,
twist
Was it even a holster, or was he just
No.
like
no, he was just
That's
chicken winging
terrifying.
it. Yeah,
Missouri's an open carry
and
state.
nobody said shit.
Yeah.
Everybody was just sitting there like, all right. And he went up and he ordered he ordered fried rice, and then he stepped to the side and just waited for his meal, and then went and got back in his car. Like, what's the best way to tell if someone's a bad person?
Dude, so I'm looking at that picture of a pregnant person drinking, and I do have a friend who, you can have like one glass of wine or whatever while you're pregnant.
I'm well aware.
And they push that to the fucking limit.
Throw it up every single time.
I've had several mothers in here before be like, actually, you can have a little bit of wine. And it's like, yeah, that's not a little bit of wine. If you look at the picture.
Have you ever met my son Christopher? I had one glass of wine.
Mom, why's my head so big?
Every time I pee, it's blood.
Keep
it in, Bree.
it in, Bray.
In my wife's defense, she didn't know she was pregnant. Yeah, we found out at 6 months, and literally a month before we found out that we were 6 months pregnant, we found out at 6 months? We found out at 6 months, dude.
Damn.
That was why I dropped off the face of the planet for a little bit there, because I had to get my entire house ready. But like, we went out for our anniversary, and I convinced her to have 2 glasses of wine, which is the drunkest you'll ever see my wife.
That's not bad.
No.
That's not bad. Yeah.
No.
No, that's
Yeah, what you just did tonight was way worse.
That'd be so funny if he was like, my wife makes me look like a bitch. She completed that whole keg in like an hour.
No, I think, honestly, the best way to tell if someone's a bad person, I got to go with the shopping cart thing. All right. I watched over my paternity leave. I got to do some Mr. Mom shit, and I went grocery shopping one day with my daughter, and I'm carrying her into the store, and I watched someone just leave a shopping cart at the door.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then the wind got a fat rip and just gusted it. And I had my daughter in a baby carrier, and I tried to catch the cart, but I could not run with my daughter.
Yeah.
And I watched this fucking shopping cart just slam into someone's car.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
That shit made me angry.
It does piss me off, but I think littering. I think I've recently changed my mind, especially like a plastic bottle, something like that. Like if I just chuck this out the window, that's pretty shitty.
Out the window is the shittiest way to live.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's not even like I'm just standing in the middle of the street. There's no trash cans. I can't find one. I just buckle and set it next to a building.
And you know what? After doing Will's, did you guys ever Did you guys know that Will O'Donnell does like or used to do like a trail cleanup for the trail by his house that he helps maintain?
I thought you were about to say, did you guys know that Will just litters a lot?
No,
This is where we find out we're like, O'Donnell?
Yeah.
What?
No.
He doesn't
I'm
even take out his trash. He leaves it in the middle of the street.
I'm like big on conservation, like the hunting, the fishing shit. That's like not just like the redneck in me. Like I really want that shit for like future generations, right? Like I want kids to be able to go out and enjoy nature and shit. So when Will told me to do a trail cleanup, like I tried to organize it with my high school to like try to get kids out there to do service hours for it and shit. None of them showed up. Rich kids are douchebags. Shocker. I'm gonna say that. Chaminade, do better. But
Get dunked on, shaman.
but
Bree, bleep this out.
but
Clean up the woods.
Get off your Xboxes and your TikToks.
But like out there for like 4 hours doing trail cleanup with Will, the amount of fucking garbage I had to clean up, dude.
Yeah.
I consider shopping carts the litter of a parking lot.
No, especially if it's gonna roll into somebody's car. Like it is a fucking.
But like littering is another one where it's like you're a kind of just a shit person.
It's because I'm in it too, but I really judge people on how they treat like service industry, like waiters.
Oh,
like,
Yeah,
dude.
That's bad.
Like just watching someone be like, "Oh yeah, you go get that." Like we will not be friends.
And that's like I cut my teeth doing fucking service industry. Like the lowest energy job I had until I was fucking working in an office was a lifeguard.
You were a lifeguard?
I was a lifeguard for like 3 years, dude.
Did you save anybody?
No, they all
yeah.
died.
I saved
4
two.
kids
It's not
died in a matter of 1 month.
I jump
it's
in,
not
but
exciting.
I ate less than 30 minutes ago.
He's in the deep end.
No, the most exciting
on
save I
floaties.
made. The most exciting save I've made in my life wasn't even when I was a paid lifeguard. It was at the Lake of the Ozarks. One of our friends was with us, and apparently he wasn't that good of a swimmer, which I didn't know. He jumped off the dock. A boat drove by, a wave hit him in the face, and he almost drowned. And I had a cigar in my mouth, and I jumped in the water and got him. Dude. And I was more pissed about my cigar than the fact that he didn't tell me he couldn't swim.
I'm off duty.
Yeah, I dragged his ass back to the dock, and I was like very kind about it. I was like, "Hey, buddy, you okay? Like, you doing good?" And then as soon as like he like turned away, I pulled my wife aside, and I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? That was a $20 fucking cigar. I don't smoke these very often."
That's why smart man would have been like, "Babe, hold this."
Yeah. No, I saw a guy.
Let him drown. If he can't swim, why did he jump?
I saw a guy in danger. I jumped in for guy in danger.
I wish I could smoke cigars, dude. I always throw up.
Yeah, I inhale them.
Yeah,
I inhale them, dude.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I'm a nicotine addict. I've got 4 6 milligrams in my mouth right now.
4? Mm-hmm. Lift up your lips.
No, I'm kidding. I got 2. No, I got 2. I'm drunk and lying.
That's how the podcast ends. Was Joe just? That feels like a natural resting point. Yeah. Chris is. I've been trying, man. I've been looking at Chris's poor puppy dog eyes just getting heavier and heavier as he's staring at me, and I'm like,
well, Chris is one of the comedy denominators. He should be able to
hang.
To stick it out.
Hey,
the sake of the
I think you're just jealous that you don't have a comedy denominator shirt.
Yeah, I'm so mad I don't have matching T-shirts with other open micers.
And
now that the show's over,
and a bartender.
Now that the show's over, I just want to say your background is one of the most metal things I've ever read.
Oh.
And it's literally just because of the sign.
Kill all Jews. You're right. Yeah.
No one else can see the background. It could be literally anything.
Complacency. Ukraine. I do like that.
Wait, should we even plug, or can we plug?
Yeah, plug.
July 10th at Munzer Brothers Art Foundation, Father's Day / 4th of July show. I will be performing 7 to 10 minutes. Pretty stoked.
Let's fucking go, dude.
And then obviously come to our new open mic, come to our showcase. I'm not a broke bitch. I'm not begging you to come. I am. Please come. I will also make you come.
We will make you come.
Yeah, we will make you come.
This is all jokes aside. We have really funny shows with a good comedian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, look, we're all a little bit slost. All right,
yeah.
This is just a bit. It's a quality show. You're gonna have a good time. Please come to Wines and Punchlines and Ray's Sports House.
Yeah.
It'll be.
You will not regret the $5 you spend to come to Ray's Sports House or the X amount of money you spend.
It's super cheap and good. Just come.
Yeah, just come.
So cheap and good. So cheap and good.
So cheap and good. All right, cheap and good. That's the episode of the name of this podcast. Yeah, thanks everybody for listening. We'll see you next week.